Cheers, Dan.
Fantastic. Guys, my name's Anthony. I work in the Nut Hatch in Middlesbrough. Also work for my own company, somebartender.com, YouTube, Facebook, social media. I'm all over it. Feel free to check it out. Today I'm making you a drink which has inspired me from Papa Rum, the rich heritage that's from that as well. Also wanted to incorporate a little bit about myself. Huge apple fan. Love eating apples, eat them regularly, probably about 3 or 4 bags a week. I decided to incorporate caramelised apples to go with the rich sugar content that comes from, and the sugarcane industry that comes from Negros. What I've done here is just a simple caramelisation, just boiled down some apples gently, added in some sugar, brought it up to the boil, and just slightly charred the outside there. So to start off our drink, I'm just going to be adding 5 of the apple slices. Would you like to try any at all? Feel free.
Type of apple, is it?
It's just normal pink lady apple.
Oh, I like pink lady.
Fantastic. So we're moving on to a little bit about the history of Don Papa and the way that the Spanish, it was Don Papa himself, which is Denisino Migueles, is that right? Yeah, something like that.
Well,
cool. Yeah. Cool. So he managed to help free Negros from the Spanish rule that it was. He's a huge part of how the Philippines now retains its own individuality. So just to symbolise how the Spanish used to rule, we're going to be using a sweet sherry. It is Spanish sherry. We're going to be using 25 ml. So also what I've done here is, because it's quite a caramel heavy rum, what I've done is I've made up my own homemade caramel syrup. Caramel syrup's dead easy to make. It's literally just adding in sugar, adding in water, boil it down till it's an amber colour, and I've turned it into a syrup by adding in more water and bringing it not to the boil this time, but just reducing it over a slow time. It took me about 3 hours to do, but if I can give you a little taster, it's absolutely gorgeous. You want any shots?
The shots will use some...
Oh, that's cool.
Not that one, the holder. There should be some on the top left of that shelf.
It's not this one. So yeah, feel free to try that. Lovely. So we're using 12.5 mils of the homemade caramel syrup. And next we're using a little bit of citrus just to bind it all together. We've just got fresh lime juice. We're also using 12.5 mil. Now we're going to get acidic levels and acidity from the fresh apple itself. So this is why we're minimising on the amount of other citrus that goes in. Fantastic. So we're using a product which I absolutely love, which is Peychaud's bitters. I've gone quite heavy on the Peychaud's bitter because it's quite a light flavouring. We're going to be using 6 dashes. So lots of good flavour there. We're also next moving on to the Don Papa rum. Fantastic rum, beautiful caramel notes, subtle vanilla tones to it as well. It also packs a punch, it really does taste fantastic. We're using a nice big healthy amount of 50 ml. So now we've got all the ingredients in, we're just going to get that muddled down. So as you've noticed, we've got sugar content from the sherry, we've got sugar content from the caramel syrup, also sugar content from fresh apple there. But when it comes to the final taste, it's all really well balanced, and the rum counteracts with that sugar content. It makes it bound well. Just a good shake. try and strain this. Now for the nose of the drink, because you've got the predominant flavours there, for the nose, what we're going to do is we're just going to blowtorch some fresh apple. So I'm just using normal sugar. We're still going down the caramelisation route. Sprinkle that on a little fresh apple fan, and we're just going to blowtorch that. That'll complement the nose when drinking the drink. We'll pop that just in there like that. So fantastic. That's my drink, which is how do you like those apples?